What's up, guys? Finally, the first CS2 Major update is here, which is the PGL Copenhagen 2024. When you first log into the game, you get this huge pop-up with all this written text, which I'm going to cover. I'm not going to read it all to you, but it says there's 24 teams that's competing on March 17th for the major title. There is a new Pickems Challenge UI, which we'll go over here in a bit. And then part of the update includes the Copenhagen Major Hub, which as you see is outlined here towards this left side, which is going to include Pickems Challenge, Copenhagen 2024 Viewer Pass, souvenirs, and then coming soon, the team and player stickers. So 50% of these proceeds will go to the players and organizations. So whatever you purchase from whatever I just listed there. One new change to the Pickems Challenge is that you can play for free. Yes, so anybody with Prime status can play and do their picks for free. But hold on, brother. To complete challenges and earn rewards such as souvenirs, you will need to activate your pass before the stage begins, which means like you do need to buy the viewer pass if you want to get these challenges, upgrade your coin, as well as the souvenir packages. All right, so let's go into the major hub, and you can see right away the UI is totally different. And here is where you can get the pass. So let's see, the pass is $9.99 for the standard viewer pass and $17.99 for the viewer pass plus 3 souvenir tokens, which means you can get more souvenirs. All right, so I'm gonna purchase the $9.99 one. All right, so I just purchased the viewer pass and this is what it looks like. Then we do have to activate it. So once you purchase it, go ahead and activate pass now, and bam, now it's activated. Before we get into Pickems, let's look at the UI here. First, we've got tournament items, which is the Copenhagen 2024 souvenir package. It says pick any finished match below and purchase a souvenir item for that match for $2.99. Then we've got team graffitis here. Go ahead and select your favorite team and use that graffiti for the duration of the tournament. And here is what they look like. I'm just gonna choose FaZe for now. And then active pass leaderboards, you could see your friends here and you can see how they're doing, and you could go ahead and maximize it. And here is the scores. So as you go along the way, you can see what kind of coin they have. So if, you'll know if they're lying or not. Let's go over the Pickems Challenge. So we already activated our coin here over towards this left side. And now we have to place 10 teams into these slots. There is 16 teams, so you're not going to use all the teams. And we have to get 5 of these predictions correct. And as the major advances, you will want to follow this schedule here and complete all these tasks in order to get the best coin, which I think is diamond still, right? But as you can see, the UI is much different. We've got the stages up here: opening stage, elimination stage, playoffs. We are going to do and cover the opening stage today. So the UI definitely does look different compared to the old one. So how do you even read this? So you're going to see after day 1 of the tournament that these teams are already filled out. So this is the 0-0 matchup. So Cloud9 versus Ecstatic is the first game. So I would assume as the tournament advances, they would update this. So it just shows the teams advancing and not advancing and how they're going throughout this whole bracket. But we're just focusing on these slots here, this green and red. Another huge change is that there is 10 slots. So in the past Pickems, there was only 9 slots, and now they added 2-3-0 and 203 slots. In the past, there was only 130, 103. So they did remove also 1 from the bottom 7. If you imagine in the past majors, there was 7 on the bottom. They removed 1 and they added to here. And then they also added another slot. So there's 10 instead of 9. Before you start making the picks, one more big change about these Pickems Challenge is that you have to actually put the teams that you think that go 3-0, 3-1, 3-2, or 0-3. You can't just go pass off the previous formats where you would put like a 3-0 favorite Cloud9 into a 3-1, 3-2 advance. You're gonna lose this point. So that's one huge change to these new Pickems. So Cloud9 is the favorite out of this group to go 3-0. So we're going to put Cloud9 here 3-0 because at the last RMR, they finished top of the groups 3-0, as well as beating Vitality in that 2-0 matchup in a best of 3. So that's very impressive by Cloud9. The other team that is going to go 3-0, in my opinion, is Eternal Fire. They've looked so good as time advanced. So the firepower behind Zentaris, Wicadia, as well as the calling from Major, that team is well formed and well rounded. Now the 3-1-3-2 teams, we're gonna go heroic. Despite, you know, the roster changes and the new players coming in, we're calling this roster mid, the new roster, but they've proved a lot of haters wrong. Nikodas, Nerds, you know, Shush, Tesses, and Kixon all coming together, playing really well as of recently, and also almost beating VP in a best of 3, which, you know, was a very close match for the IM Dallas close qualifiers the other couple days ago. Now the other 3-1-3-2 teams that I'm going to put here is Ents. Glaive is doing really good with this roster, and the adversity that they had come through with all these roster changes, and for them to look how they are looking, you have to give credit to Glaive. And fragging wise, he looks really good as well. Like, he looks like prime Ashaw's Glaive. So we're going to put Ents here. And then we are going to choose next Apex. Apex is going to go into the 3-1-3-2. Same situation as these other teams, making these roster changes, you know, losing their IGL Kixon, and then bringing in Sense. Stico's coming back, and, you know, not a lot of hopes for the team to come out of the RMR, but they surprised a lot of people, and recently they looked really good as well. J-Cum fragging and finished top 3 in stats at the last RMR. So I have Apex coming out in the 3-1-3-2. And then we're going to go with Mongols is next. They are up and coming, so they keep surprising people. Like, each tournament they keep going, they're like on the brink of breaking through. So I think this is their time to go into the elimination stage to pass the opening stage. And I'm going to choose Furia next. Furia looked good at the last RMR, beating Complexity and Liquid, topping off that group. And they play, you know, they have the most experience out of all the Brazilian teams, and they've just been here a lot. So Furia, you can't go wrong with them. The last team that I'm going to choose 3-1-3-2 guys is, you can choose any of these 4 teams that I'm going to list here. 9 Pandas, you know, glowing. If he has these lifeline games, like, they can go through, but I don't think they're going to do so. Saw, I'm going to bring Saw in here. They've been playing really good as of recently, qualifying for Showdown. Now, the reason why, you know, they might not go through is you'll see like Amcal as well as Koi between 9 Pandas. All these 4 teams have played each other so many times and have beat each other so many times. So one of those teams I feel like will go through here. And then as for the 03 teams, we're going to go with Lin Vision, who I think is the weakest team. And then it's between Pain Gaming and Legacy. I know a lot of people are going between those 2 teams, so I myself is going to choose Pain Gaming. These are my picks right here. Make sure you hit save all picks, and then you'll see that you'll get the second check mark here. And then, yeah, so that's my picks. What do you think about this whole new format? What are your picks? Let me know down below in the comments, and make sure to subscribe to the channel, as I will be covering the elimination stage as well as playoffs to get that diamond coin.